From Spitfire and Hurricane through first jets like Meteor, Vampire, all the way through VTOL Hawker Harrier, we are here writing the future of British aviation once again. Canary Wharf, the very heart of London. The building behind me is the Pelican, and we are going to unveil the pinnacle of British aviation industry. Valo, remember that name? Vertical Aerospace, the British aerospace engineering marvel, have just unveiled their new aircraft called Valo, and it has raised a lot of reaction. We, as Martyn Lucas investor and eVTOL hub, got invited by Vertical Aerospace to take part in this big unveil event, and I would love to share my experience and feelings about this futuristic vehicle. I am full of it, so sit back, grab your popcorn and coke and listen. This video is jam-packed with exclusive views. I spoke to pretty much everyone on the ground, but the event atmosphere was so good that I could not record any audio on the ground. So let me take over with my voice from my studio and explain what this aircraft is actually about. The hype around the so-called flying taxis has been growing from silent whisper to louder and louder rumble. More people are now becoming aware of this novel technology. This is not a 22nd century technology. We are actually closer and closer to have a chance to fly one as a passenger. Perhaps closer than you would think. With the market pioneering companies like Joby Aviation, Archer Aviation, Beta Technologies and EHang, Vertical have been well below the radar, if you pardon the aviation pun. The advanced air mobility sector, these flying taxis are expected to fly passengers as early as first half of 2026. Based in Bristol and London, Vertical Aerospace have been pioneering this concept of a very close future eVTOL aircraft, evtol. VTOL stands for Vertical Takeoff and Landing Aircraft. The E there is for electric. As you could figure out yourselves, these aircraft are designed to be battery powered, green, silent and safe, but we will talk about it shortly. With their current prototype VX4, Vertical Aerospace are going through final stages of piloted test flights. Now they have revealed their ace card, Valo, the certification aircraft. Understand, this is 99% final version of the aircraft and will go through the CAA and EASA certification process to guarantee the aircraft is sound and safe to move passengers in civil airspace. Vertical Aerospace plan to build 7 of these to get through the whole certification process and complete their type certification by 2028. You might think it's a long time, but Vertical Aerospace are safety obsessed, is the actual words of the CEO Stuart Simpson. So they have been targeting the 10-9 aerospace safety standard, the highest safety mark in the civil sector. The aircraft has also multiple safety measures and features built into its design. Whether it's isolated circuits, fire retardant implemented in the battery cell layers, or redundancy of drive and power modules. Basically, if one of the rotors gives up, the aircraft still have 7 more to finish the flight or carry out emergency landing. Unlike helicopters. And now about the actual taxi side of the flying taxis. Valo is designed to accommodate 2 passenger configurations. 4 passengers on board, and trust me, the standard is fairly high. Alternatively, Valo offers a market-beating configuration of 6 passengers. Most of the eVTOL industry offer only 4 passenger seats. That's not it. Not only that you have 4 or 6 passengers on board, you can also take all your carry-on and check-in luggage. No other eVTOL manufacturer currently offers this standard. In future, this aircraft will eventually become autonomous. But for this decade, the cockpit fits 1 pilot and 1 observer as well, which is optional, but we can transport up to 8 people on board and their luggage. That makes up to 550 kg or 1,200 pounds of payload for the distance of up to 100 miles at a speed around 150 miles per hour. The aircraft is designed for intra and intercity travel. Vertical Aerospace also revealed on the same day they will cooperate with Skyports to build a flying taxi network around London and fly first passengers as early as first quarter 2029. The concept of advanced air mobility is to beat the 2-dimensional traffic, to take off and move passengers in the 3rd dimension in a fraction of travel time. And mate, have I experienced it myself on my way down to London for the event. The aircraft can also be configured to a cargo or emergency services version, but there will be time to talk about it later. Also, in next months, Vertical are planning to start testing their hybrid power unit that increases the current range by 10-fold, up to 1,000 miles. That opens completely new horizons. Now about the actual event, hosted by Claudia Winkleman, starred Groove Armada. The unveiling raised a lot of attention. I was in the area in the morning when the event was open to wide public and could see there was a line of probably 2 or 3 dozen visitors queuing outside for most of the morning. The public event must have welcomed a fair few thousand visitors. The main event welcomed institutional and industry partners, investors, media and a few celebrities. I had this in my head all night. Oh, this face looks familiar. Who is it? Just to open social media in the morning to see. Oh yeah, I know you. I should have had a drink with you. The peak of the unveiling was, guess what? The actual unveiling of the Valo aircraft. As you can see, Team Vertical have put on a great show, hosting probably north of 200 visitors. I managed to get into the passenger cabin, got my boarding pass as a souvenir and had a blast of a night. I happened to talk to a lot of visitors and members of Vertical team, but most of the time I kept looking at the aircraft thinking, how are the wide public going to accept this concept? Will they believe in this aircraft? In the flying taxi concept? Will they understand the safety measures and standard? Will they understand the efficiency of advanced air mobility? I could not tell, but I could see that every single visitor looked at the aircraft with the same look on their face. It is impressive. As already said, Vertical Aerospace team have put on amazing presentation with a market-leading standard. I spent around 5 hours on the ground and have I enjoyed every single minute of it. Congratulations to Vertical Aerospace for this massive achievement. Thank you for the invitation and the great cooperation we have had with Vertical so far and wish you the best of luck. I want to fly in one of these next time I'm going to London. The music is too loud, I have to keep it very short. What a great experience. Thank you, Team Vertical. I hope you enjoyed this with me as well. This is the future of British aviation, as you could witness it. That's it from me. Take care of yourselves and each other.